I wanted to talk about scams and people taking advantage and people see it as an opportunity. Just a little bit of everything today. So I'm going to ramble on. So it might be kind of from affordable land. And they only want to give me $22,000 for my land. And I bought it about 2020. I bought it so, it's paid for. And with the inflation and the economy and everything gets so high, it's terrible. So to go somewhere else, it costs a lot of money because the prices of everything went up. So it's kind of funny. That's why I wanted to share this. But I called the guy today and he said, well, I said, take me off your mailing list because this is like the third letter I've got from him. And he said, well, who are you? And I gave him the reference number. And he said, oh, yeah. And then he mentioned my name. And then I said, well, I want $15 million. And he laughed. And, at first he kind of got him at first. And he's like, whoa. He said, well, you can keep it at that price. But he's kind of being funny. So, I had to just laugh and see what he had to say. Then he said, well, I tell you what, if I sell it for $15 million, we'll split it and we'll both get half. And I just laughed at him. And then he said how much he paid for it. And, I just gave him a price. And he said, what's the matter? It's family land. You don't get rid of it? And I was going to tell him again, $15 million, I'd be willing to get rid of it because the aggravation to move somewhere and as expensive as things are, shoot, it probably costs $300,000 just to move somewhere. Houses cost so much. So hopefully he won't send me any more letters. But when they send you this stuff, you gotta have fun with it. But if he offered me $15 million, I'd take it. But yeah, then talking about scams, another one. I said, man, this looks like a good job. Now the company was out of Canada, and it was a driving job, and it mentioned Georgia. So I put in for it. It said $20 to $25 an hour, Monday through Friday, driving, And I said, well, that's decent. That's about what a school teacher starts out at, about $40,000. If you made 25, it'd be about $50,000. I said, that sounds pretty good, driving a van, but it said passengers, packages, and everything. So I put in for it, and then I got a text today saying, hey, I've seen your application for driver. I need a personal driver. I was thinking, what? It didn't sound like a scam. Just needed somebody that was coming to the area that needed somebody to chauffeur them around. But I guess it was kind of a scam. But they had the logo and everything. So I reached out to the toll-free number, called the company in Canada, and they said, I called the accountant person. Accountants usually know everything. They said, that's not something that we deal with. We don't operate outside of Canada. We don't operate subsidy businesses in the United States. We're just in Canada, And I was like, man, so it was probably a scam. So anytime you apply for a job, make sure you go to the company website. I know it's easy when you got your resume and you just click, and apply to like 500 jobs a week, but probably 495 of them are scams, or you're not going to get past their artificial intelligence of doing anything. So here I am thinking, what I do now? So I was thinking, I hadn't worked since November 10th at my main job, but I still got my weekend job. So I was thinking, what do I do? And then, I have a bachelor's degree, and there's this thing called Teachers of Tomorrow, which sounds pretty interesting. You have to pass a test and a bunch of modules, and then they hire you as a teacher, and if you get in there a certain amount of time, you got a $10,000 hiring bonus in the state I'm in. So that sounds interesting. And then I talked to a lady at the free clinic to get medicine while I just lost my insurance in February. Said she was a retired school teacher. And she only pays $90 a month for her insurance because she was with the state, even though she didn't make as much as, say, Bridgestone and all those other companies that pay a lot. But her insurance is cheap, the benefits. Plus, they pay you, 180 days. So all the time they have off, they just divide what you would make during a normal school year, and they pay you all through the year on a yearly pay, even when you're not in school. So you might be at a school like probably 2 months out of the year, so you'll still get a paycheck twice a month. And you got retirement. It's not what it was when she retired, but it's still 401k, and I think you got to put a minimum of 9% toward retirement. But I don't know if you could transfer. They're so short of help. Person that had a bad incident in a school, and you have all kind of bad incidents at school, and then school bus drivers, and then teachers and students getting into it, and then the teachers getting fired. So it's a lot to consider. So if I do try to go that route, I think I'll try to do something else on the side just in case, because now you never know. You have a job, it might be toxic. You might want to quit on your own. You get older, they try to run you off because you're getting older. So having 2 or 3 things going on at the same time can't hurt, because if one of them falls down, you still got something else. Maybe I could try to sell real estate part-time, or get some little vending machines, anything. I don't need much. If you're making enough to pay the groceries and the bills, you don't have to go anywhere. You can just sit around and watch trees. But yeah, these scams from job scams, people trying to buy your land. Now, if it was an attractive offer, it might make me think, because, I'm out here in the country, got 5 acres, but people are moving in close to me. So my land's probably worth a lot, but hopefully not, because the more it's worth, it's taxes. So you never own anything. You always have to pay for it. At least in the state I'm in, you still got to pay for your taxes on your vehicles, your taxes on your land. If your vehicle over 15 years old, I believe, you pay maybe $30-something 1 year, and then you pay $70-something the next year, because you had to buy the tag every 2 years, even though you got the same tag. So, everywhere you go, taxes, and they charge you everything. So nothing's free. So the best thing to do is just do what you can and try to live life to the fullest. But I just thought I'd share that. What would be something if he bought my land for $15 million, but then where would I move? I hadn't thought about that. But we could go on a cruise. There's a cruise ship for $30,000 a year. You can be in a stateroom, and I think it's $110 if you get a balcony. So you just imagine that, and they even have like a little container that holds your clothes in the storage area, so you don't even have to have it in your room. So you can live on the ship for like 3 years. So we might do that for a year, if I want that kind of money just to travel around. I think it's already started, but it starts in Istanbul, and then it goes to all over the world, a 3-year cruise. And it's kind of built for people that work at home, or that can work with it, Wi-Fi. And as long as the company approves it, they can be on the ship. They get to go to land excursions, get to see all these countries you never would. Because, a cruise, just a week cruise, could cost you probably over $2,000, depending on where you go. So for $30,000 for a year would be a really good deal. But you wouldn't be able to see the ocean. But that might help. You wouldn't be distracted. But then again, $110,000, you'd have to make a lot of money. But that'd still probably be worth it if you was just going to be on vacation buzz. You get to see all the pictures, and a lot of people probably watch it on YouTube. Wow, this guy's traveling all over the world. But you never know. But I just wanted to share that. Be careful of these guys trying to take things for nothing. And you can't even trust, like, Facebook now. You got people putting fake ads to meet you to do harm, so you got to, it's just hard to do anything. The only thing I've seen, these little yard sale groups they seem okay, but they don't really post anything valuable. I don't have anything valuable anyway. Just just my life, and my family, and just trying to enjoy life and share the funny things. And I appreciate everybody watching. It's kind of fun. I enjoy doing it. I don't want to work too much where I can't do it, because it's kind of fun. And then you see people commenting. Some people don't really like some of the stuff I do, like some of the food, but other things they really like. Cool. You get some likes on it, so well, somebody likes it. So we'll see. My brain's always thinking, and as long as it's thinking and it's not getting a bunch of hiccups where I'm forgetting what I'm doing, then that's pretty good. I've even noticed some people in their 20s. One guy, we had to have a tool, and my tool looked like their tool, and they said, "Hey, did you get my tool?" And I said, "No, I paid $8.32 for this tool." And then later, I lost my tool, and it got damaged a little bit, but they gave it back to me. So I said, well, he must have believed me, because he could have kept that thinking it was his. And then another guy, I was sitting in there, and he thought I stole his tater chips. And I was like, I didn't steal your tater chips. I was nodding off. And I said, man, I nodded off. I missed the guy that stole your chips. And he looked all over the place, got real mad. He's mad at me. He mad to fight over them tater chips. And then he looked in the machine, and he forgot to get them out of the bottom machine when he bought the second tater chips. And then he ended up giving me a bag of tater chips. So, I mean, I ain't that bad. And then it makes me think, a lot of times, a lot of people do that when you go to the stores or the things. And I always thought I had ADHD, but everybody else, I've noticed a lot of people kind of having glitches. Makes you think you're in the Matrix or something. And I said, well, shoot, if they're having all these glitches, why won't they hire me? But I guess they just had to hire the young folks, and, as you get older, maybe. But what do you think? You think I'd be a good school teacher, or the students be beating me up like they've been beating all these other people up? Hopefully I got some ideas. Say if I'm a teacher, as long as I can do what you're supposed to, just try to talk about school, not anything crazy, and just say if they're cussing and loud, just say I'll give them the last 5 minutes of the class or 10 minutes of class, as long as they get the work done, to have a discussion and see what they think. Because, maybe it's good to them to blow off some steam and be able to educate their mind, so they're not, having all that pent up inside. Because, when you're raging hormones, you don't think it's like taking powerful steroids, and you're like, whoa! When you're raging, you're a young person, you can be like that. So you don't really think clear or see things what they are. You assume it's a whole lot worse, and everything's the end of the world. When you get older, you're like, man, that was a walk in the park. Having to deal with, a mortgage and kids and health issues and retirement, and worrying about having insurance so you don't get sued and you lose everything if it's not protecting the trust. Dealing with those kind of issues is more cumbersome. And then if you don't keep your lights up or your power bill, all your food runs out, so dealing with life is a lot harder than dealing with some of those little issues. But at the time, they seem like they're big deals because they hadn't went through anything yet. So it's hard to remember that when you're dealing with it. But yeah, appreciate y'all listening to me ramble on. And I just wanted to share that guy trying to buy my land for peanuts. I said, no way, Jose. And just gave me good content, though. We'll talk at y'all later. Thank y'all for watching and subscribing.